Oh, is it a safe environment?
No. Hi everyone.
Hi.
Welcome back to our channel. Or if you're new, welcome.
And I know you've missed us. Sorry, I know we take a long time to upload our vids, but as you know, we go to UC Berkeley and it's just
Been really busy.
yeah, midterms and stuff.
So this video is going to be just about what we think are the 5 essential things that you should know, or like incoming freshmen should know about Berkeley, or if you're deciding whether to go to Berkeley or not. So, oh yeah, before we start this video, just to let you know, anything that we're going to say right now is based on our own experiences, so it's not going to be applicable to everybody, and anything that we say, you may or may not agree with it, but that's cool because it's our opinion. You don't have to watch this.
Yeah, and you can also close this if you don't want to
Close this if you don't want to watch it.
Yeah, anyways, start.
Okay, so the first thing that I hear a lot from high schoolers upon deciding whether to come to Berkeley or not is that they're scared about how UC Berkeley is so cutthroat and super competitive, and they're scared of the workload. I was really concerned about, but honestly, let me just tell you right now, people that are here were in the top of their class. So obviously, you get a lot of really intelligent people, and the professors here know that. So they have to raise the standards in order to challenge us. And yeah, it is tough academically, but in terms of, I think this is where the competitive image gets distorted. I've never experienced anyone trying to sabotage me. I mean, so the professors here know that, so they have to challenge us in a way. And everyone's here just trying to do their best, so they're forced to raise the standards because, we're on a different level. The average time that I study on a daily basis is about 4 hours. That's as if I'm not studying for midterms, but if I do, I'll start studying a week in advance and add an hour or two to study for that subject.
For me, I have a lot of gap in between my classes. So like on Monday, I start class at 9, but I end class at 11, and then I'll have class until 2. So like between those times, I usually study, and then that's where like I actually study, and then once I get home from class, I get so tired. That's just when I like review the materials that's being taught in the class from the previous day. So I say roughly 4 to 5 hours for me.
Naps are amazing. Trust me, when you're in college, oh my gosh. Okay, next topic is the dorms. So we kind of mentioned this in our last video about the dorms here at UC Berkeley, but just like for a quick recap, all the dorms in Berkeley are off campus. So there's the units, so units 1, 2, and 3, which are the closest on campus. Foothill, it's by the engineering, like sciences area, so a lot of the engineer majors tend to live there. And then there's Clark Kerr, which is like the farthest from campus, but it's also pretty nice. And then there's Bowles Hall, which is all boys, and then Stern, which is all girls. But I think they're changing that out next year, so I'm not sure. But from my experience, or my opinion, I think Foothill is the nicest, and it's not as far from campus as what other people have told me, and the food there is better.
It just depends on your major, not even your major, but the classes that you're gonna take. So that by doing that way, you can eliminate like which dorm you want to live in, so that you get to your classes faster and early.
Yeah. But I would say the units is more social, just because you have like the typical residence hall type of like living situation. So if you're into that,
Clark is really nice too. Like their room is like huge.
But it's just far. Can you not? Okay. Next, one other concern that I hear about is how, because there's so many students at Berkeley, class sizes tend to be really large, and you have like large auditoriums. But I want to say that those are typically the lower division classes. Like my largest class is about 600 students, and that was last semester. And a lot of people worry because you end up just being a number in that class, and you don't have the interaction with your professors. But I mean, come on, be realistic. There's 30,000 students here. Professors are not going to take their time to get to know you one by one. That's why you have to go out there, go to office hours, meet them. That's why professors have office hours.
Yeah, and usually they set office hours for you, so make sure definitely go to your office hours. I remember my first semester, I was like, what is office hours? Is that when you come to the office and you have like extra hours to them? But then I realized, that's when you get to know the professor one-on-one, so definitely take advantage of office hours. And sometimes your grade can be just based on office hours. But yeah.
And then for the larger classes, what happens is you also have what we call a discussion section. So you have the main lecture class, and then you get divided up into like smaller groups and sections where you have a GSI. Oh. Okay, I don't know where I got caught off, but so yeah, you get divided into discussion sections, which is led by a graduate student instructor or a GSI. So there you either like review what the professor went over in lecture, or like any supplemental things for the class.
Usually for me, like when I go to big classes, or actually most of my classes are like huge, like my business class is over like 600 students. So then I usually sit in the front just so I can pay attention better, or and like focus better, because I feel like whenever I sit in the back, I'm just gonna fall asleep when I'm like, professor's not really, the professor don't care about me, so I'm just gonna fall asleep. So go to class early and try to sit in the front. That way you can focus better.
Yeah, and it's really your responsibility in the end whether you want to go to class or make the effort to learn or interact with your professor, because it's all up to you when you're in college. Okay, so next topic is how is the food at the dining commons. So there are 4 main dining commons: Crossroads, Foothill, Clark Kerr, and Cafe 3. The one closest to us is Crossroads, and to be honest, food isn't that great at Crossroads. They have like a salad bar and they have variety food every night, but they usually bump up like the quality of the food when they have special events, or like when parents are going to be coming over.
Like today, Cow Day.
The food is going to be good because they want to show that off. But in my opinion, I think Foothill has the best food. Yeah, just because like it's smaller, there's not a lot of students, so I think like they put more effort into it.
And then Foothill also have like the best late night too. And if you guys don't know what late night is, they start serving late night. Crossroads starts at 10, and then Foothill starts at 9.
Yeah.
And that's when you can order whatever food you want. They have like chicken wings, steak, pancakes.
Just a bunch of like unhealthy food in general.
Yeah, but Foothill serves like the best late night.
And is freshman 15 real? Yeah, it is. It freaking is. Last semester, we would go to late night almost like twice a week.
Yeah.
And I needed to lose it.
That's before when we didn't discover what late night was, we're like, we're just gonna lose weight, because I don't know, I don't like dining common that much. Like I'll eat, but not a lot, just because the food isn't that great. And I was like, I'm not gonna even get any freshman 15, but that's not true. Like after we discover late night, we go every day. So pay attention to that.
And then so the last thing is just we're gonna talk about the surroundings in general. So Berkeley is typically sunny, actually, considering that it's in the Bay Area. In the summertime, it can get so hot, even up to like the 90s. Even fall semesters in the beginning, man, we would be like sweating while walking to class. I hated it, just because I don't like hot weather in general. But it starts to cool down, I would say, like late October, early November, and then December it was like pretty rainy. That was like rainy, depressing weather.
Pretty rainy? Where are we? Oh, is it a safe environment?
No, I'm just kidding.
What do you think?
I mean, come on, don't be walking around by yourself at night in general,
Yeah.
Berkeley is an open campus, so that means that anybody can just come in and like walk around. So there's a lot of homeless people, but on campus, but they're not aggressive, they're not scary.
Like if you don't touch them, they don't touch you.
Oh my god, you make it sound like they're dogs.
So
can you not?
But yeah, you shouldn't even be walking around at 3 a.m. in the morning unless you're like going home to study. But UC Berkeley also have a thing called night shuttle and also bear walk, where you can call someone and they can come and walk you at that location to your next location. So you have to worry about that. For us, like we study really late at night at like our friends' dorms, so we also use Bear Walk or night shuttle. So that's another thing if you're like concerned about the safe environment here. Like, oh, what if I'm gonna study up to like 5 a.m. Like, who's gonna walk me home? Yeah, you can use Bear Walk or night shuttle transit. And there's also door-to-door service where it starts from 3 a.m. till I think it stops at 7. Yeah, so you can just call someone and they drive to your location, pick you up, and then drop you off at your next location. So it's definitely great for if you're gonna study really late at night.
So Berkeley is in an urban setting, so I mean it's not like the city, you know, but there's downtown, and Berkeley's, I would say it's not that big of a city, but where UC Berkeley is really close to downtown, so even around here on campus there's a lot of restaurants, a lot of shops. We have what's called the Asian ghetto, or like it's just called that way because there's a lot of Asian restaurants there. So yeah, we've never really run out of things to do here.
Or eat. I mean, or food to eat.
And then once you get here, you will get into boba, drinking boba. Because back then we would never drink boba, but like everybody here is like, oh, let's just go get boba real quick. And there's a lot of boba shops. Yeah.
Alright, so that's it for our 5 things you should know about Berkeley. We hope you enjoy watching.
And I hope it helps. So
yeah, definitely consider Berkeley when you choose which college you want to go to. Not just like the name of it, but really consider like picture yourself here and how the campus will help you in your life.
You sound like you're so hip.
I know.
Yeah, so just leave us a comment what you want next, or if you have any specific questions, don't hesitate to email us. We'll leave it down in the description bar.
Yeah, hit us up, hit a sister up. I know we're like busy all the time and we film our stuff super late, but please bear with us. Bear with us.
We'll respond to your emails quickly.
Yeah.
More quickly than like say if you leave a comment or something. Yeah. Okay, that's all. Peace.
Peace.